In an SABC exclusive, the first witness in the rape trial of Pastor Timothy Omotoso has spoken to the SABC News channel. Cheryl Zondi shared a message with our reporter, Jayed-Leigh Paulse, thanking the public for their support during the trial.
As you may know, Paulse has been covering the trial extensively, and earlier we spoke to her here on the show.
Just looking at the contents of that letter, just hearing Cheryl's point of view and how she really feels with regards to the millions of South Africans that have thrown their weight behind her, who are supporting her. And she really just thanked everyone and she applauded everyone for actually standing with her. You would know that she has said several times during her testimony that she's not doing this for herself. She's not doing it for the other 48, witnesses, the 30 girls from that 48 witnesses that are going to take to the stand. But she's doing this for all the women who don't have a voice, for all the women who have been sexually abused by the hands of their partners, by pastors in the congregation. And she really just, thanked South Africa for standing with her during this troubling time and during this difficult time, Palesa.
Yeah, and on this letter, Jade, she makes mention of the fact that being a woman in this world is a challenging task on its own, and we constantly find ourselves having to defend our dignity on a daily basis.
That's very true. She even went on further to say that, being a woman in South Africa, being a woman who has to defend herself continuously, and I think she's making mention of what she's going through, Palesa, going through that, very grueling cross-examination with defense advocate Peter Doberman. So I think she's actually, pointing us in that direction, but also saying that during this time, she really has found comfort in everyone who has sent her messages, who everyone has retweeted, the hashtag Cheryl Zondi, everyone that has stood in solidarity with her, but also with the other witnesses that are going to take to the stand. And I think it's I need to make mention of the fact that it's not only about Cheryl Zondi, it's also about many others who are yet to testify and many others who have fallen victim to sexual abuse.
Yeah, I wanted to come to that point, Jade, because there was so much debate going on, some people saying that her testimony and cross-examination may discourage other rape victims to actually come forward. So she makes a plea that we need to keep up that same level of support as fellow survivors continue to take the stand. This, of course, in a way, she's sort of trying to encourage others to come out and tell their stories.
That's very true. I mean, we've also seen the CRL Commission speaking out about their cross-examination with Doberman. We've seen them saying that, this might just deter a lot of other witnesses and a lot of other cases, such as the Omotoso trial, where people just don't simply want to speak out because of that fear of sitting on the stand and having secondary victimization. You would know that word has been trending a lot as well, secondary victimization, speaking really to the fact that the witness really has to relive that moment all over again by telling their story. And then you have the defense trying to poke holes and then asking very insensitive questions there with regards to their testimony. So I think she really was pleading everyone that's going to take to the stand, and for all the other women in South Africa that are going through, their court cases, their trials, with regards to sexual abuse, that they stand up and they do not deter from the truth. They do not be scared. They're not afraid, and merely just to speak out and speak the truth. And I think that has resonated with a lot of South Africans. We've seen them retweeting. We've seen them sharing Cheryl Zondi's story. But more so, we've seen people speaking out. I mean, I've seen a couple of tweets on my timeline on Facebook of victims saying that they were too afraid to speak out. But now that they see someone like Cheryl Zondi, they really are admired by her brave nature, and they're going to now come and speak out and let their voices also be heard. So I really think that she has been the epiphany of many people who have now realized that it's time to actually speak out and it's time to actually tell their story. So I think a lot of women will be speaking out, Palesa. I don't think people people will shy away. I know there has been people that are saying that the cross-examination by Doberman might deter them, but I think that through Cheryl Zondi's bravery, I think a lot of people will be following suit.
No, certainly. And just in conclusion, Jade, do we know as to why she chose the SABC News, above all other media houses, and you specifically?
Well, that I don't know. I've been in contact with Palesa, who has been liaising between the two of us. And I suppose that she probably saw the SABC's coverage on the Omotoso trial, and she probably wanted to share her story first with the SABC News channel, being a public broadcaster and also being, the mouthpiece of the country. And also, I suppose we have been taking it live on YouTube streaming. It's been everywhere on social media. So maybe she felt it fit to share it with the public broadcaster.
No,